In this video, I'm going to go over how to schedule a new trip as a rider. So I'm currently logged into my rider account on my homepage on my mobile device. So I'm going to select Create a New Trip in the upper right-hand corner. This is going to take me to the trip creation wizard. As part of my first step, I'm going to configure my driver and my date. Selecting a date is required, however, selecting a driver is optional. If you do select a driver, it is going to compare their time off. So on March 6th, my selected driver doesn't have any time off, so I am good to proceed. If you received this message while scheduling a trip, it's going to indicate that your driver doesn't have any current vehicles that match your account's accommodation requirements. However, if you know this driver and you know that they will be able to complete the trip, you can go ahead and proceed and override this warning. The next step is going to be configuring your pickup and drop-off addresses. When you initially select into an address box, you're going to see a list of your frequently visited addresses. And to save time, I'm going to select the address that I would like. If you do not see your address listed or you need a new address, you can start typing your address. And it's going to start providing suggestions. Once you see the address that you would like, you can go ahead and select it. Select your trip purpose. And you can either select a pickup time or a drop-off by time. If you would like to easily make this a round trip, you can go ahead and select the Is Round Trip switch. And this is going to pre-fill your pickup drop-off addresses as well as your trip purpose, but you'll still need to configure your pickup or drop-off time. You can remove a trip by selecting the X. You can also add other locations without pre-filling any of that data by selecting the Add Another Location button. So hitting Next, my addresses and times are going to be verified, and then the eligibility of my trip is going to be calculated. So in this case, my trip is fully eligible, so I am good to continue. The last step is just going to provide some summary information about my trip, and everything looks good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and finish and schedule my trip. From this page, I can view all of the details of my trip. And once my trip is scheduled, I can see that my driver is still going to need to approve this trip. So in order for the trip to become upcoming, I do still need driver approval. So until my driver approves, I'm going to be waiting on that piece.